off?
What?
Did you shut the AC off?
Yeah. Alright.
Oh, you're right. That tan thing?
What?
That tan thing?
Yeah.
That is a fish snack. Oak's kitchen. It goes in that drawer to the right of the sink.
Okay.
You fold it in two. Fold it once and then fold it again. So technically, it doesn't matter.
Stream Mint, what's going on? It's been a while. How's the audio? Hopefully nothing's too loud. How are you? Doing audio things for sure, and I'm good. Trying to finish. Are those bad audio things? Now you got me worried. Testing. 1, 2, test. Testing. 1, 2, test. Okay. Doesn't sound bad. Trying to finish school, huh? How much more have you got? I graduate August. Heck yeah, you're super close. I can't wait. Congratulations. Maybe just a little ahead, but congratulations anyways. That's probably about the time that the Pokemon Championships comes in too. I actually have not been watching any competitive Pokemon lately. I should get back into it and watch it. I'm sure there's been some good battles. Thank you. Hey, you work freaking hard for it and you've been dedicated. You did a lot better than I have so far, so you just gotta lock in for these last couple months. You already got a job lined up? We'll probably do some YouTube bet or some Twitch betting here shortly. We'll run a couple bets and see if we get any, if we can get some people to bet on if we're gonna get the shiny. We're currently at 12.6 thousand encounters. Now with the homie quick, it's a high demand job. Good, that's awesome. Our goal tonight is to hit 14 or 15,000 encounters. And then once we hit that, of course, or get the shiny, then we'll see how we're feeling. Either we move into a different shiny or we'll switch over to like trying to solo flawless a dungeon in Destiny, or maybe play some Call of Duty or something. I don't know. Do 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 do. Boo do 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 do. Do 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 do. I've been playing Pokemon Black just for fun. Nice. Why I meant, oh, okay. Gen 5 is good. I should get back to my Darmanitan hunt. I've decided I'm not just gonna be a purist. Not all my shinies going forward are only gonna be on PC. I'm gonna start doing some shiny hunts off stream while I'm watching anime or whatever on my Game Boys. So I might have some videos to upload soon if I get shinies, and they'll be like on my phone recorded quality, which isn't really the best, to be honest, but it's whatever. Bro, that Switch 2 though? I thought you were just talking. I thought you were not happy at all with it. What are you talking about, that Switch 2 though? You were telling me all about how much you weren't happy with it. Don't tell me they added like Mario Kart again and then you were like, oh my gosh, now I'm all for it. Oh, very unhappy with it. Oh, why? What do they do now? What did they do? Oh, no way! Let's go, dude! Freaking finally! Oh my gosh! It's only been freaking January, February, March, April. It's been 4 months into the damn year. And I finally get a shiny. Let's see if we got any others. Alright, do not soft reset. Do not soft reset. Do not soft reset. Do not soft reset. That's all we gotta do. Do not soft reset. Do not soft reset. Do not soft reset. Let's look at this thing. Look at that thing, man. Soft reset. Freak no. Let's go, dude. First shiny of 2025. I've got to screen capture this right now. It's gonna look weird for just a second. File, save as, SS, enter. I gotta post it. I still haven't even saved yet. Let's save. Alright, I'm not gonna count the individual. I'm just gonna add those two soft reset encounters. So that was basically 12,782 encounters. 14 hours, 45 minutes. Apply. Shiny. Let me upload file. And you were here for it, man. Mint. Let's go. Teleport spammer? Yes. So, I got 3 big plans with this Abra. One, I am going to use it for, well, it's in Japanese, but I'm going to rename it to 2 Spoons because it's going to become an Alakazam. I am going to evolve it into Alakazam, teach it I'm gonna make it offensive, and I'm gonna use it in the Emerald Ladder to completely destroy my opponents and get a bunch of BP. You brought the luck? Yes, you did, Mint. And thank you, I love it. So we're going to use it in the Emerald Battle Tower to get BP. I'm going to use it for teleport so that I can begin farming for what do you call that island? Mirage Island. It is going to be a 2 hunt that we are going to do. Congrats. Basically, if you're curious about how I'm gonna do the Mirage Island hunt with teleport, Gen 3 Hunter has an excellent video of his Mirage Island hunt, and I'm gonna basically be duplicating that, except I am looking for a very specific Pokemon, Nincada. If I liked Wynot enough, I'd hunt for him too. Yeah, I don't really care much for Nincada, or sorry, for Wynot. The shiny's nice. Oh, Ryan Spirits, thank you so much for the follow, by the way. I really appreciate that. I don't really care much for Wynot, but I mean, that's just a really cool shiny, and I need, oh, a 3-party raid right now as we get the freaking shiny Abra. What a time to raid. How are y'all doing tonight? Welcome to the stream. How do I do this? I do / shout out Ryan 92. I was streaming too and had to log off, needed someone to raid. Hey, well, I really appreciate it. That was very nice of you. I ain't got anybody with me, but hey, that's awesome of you. What were you streaming? How was the stream, by the way? Why not care for Wynot? Honestly, the main reason why I don't really care for Wynot and Wobbuffet is just the fact that they're like, there's no offense with them. It's all about counters. It's just, I mean, it's unique and it is a niche, but I do like attacking. Also, Wobbuffet's just meh. It was Pokemon Fire Red, but a Team Rocket ROM, so I was Team Rocket Grunt. Oh, I think I've seen like that. Don't you start in a cave or something in that game? I think I saw something about that though. Look at the difference from there to there. So noticeable. Alright. Let's put it in the party chat. Since I can't read Japanese, I'm gonna guess the nature of its careful. Okay, alright, yeah, let's get some nature guesses real fast while I go figure out where the name changer is in this game. Where is name Raider in leaf green? I'll wait until the video to find out. Where can I find the name Raider? Lavender Town, with a sign next to his house. Cool. No, we started in the Game Center hideout, got a Rattata, and then had to get a flying Pokemon to get to Mount Moon. Really? Do you do a lot of, what do you call them? A lot of ROMs? Naive is your guess? Boba Fett. What are you saying Boba Fett for? I think this one's Lavender Town. This is my second one. My first one was fan-made game Slowpoke Shack. I think that's Mr. Fiji. I don't think that's the name Raider. Yeah, none of these are the name Raiders. So if it's in Lavender Town, it's gotta be a different person. This guy. Alright. Oh wow, they give you so little. They give you so little. Because it sounds like Wobbuffet. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Alright, so unfortunately I don't get enough characters to nickname it on Game Boy, so we're just gonna have to wait till I transfer it up to Gen 3. Wow, what a day. I'm so glad we got... That girl was body blocking me like crazy. Look at that. Level 7. I thought it was level 5. Teleport. Alright, I'm gonna guess... I always guess Adamant, so I'm gonna actually guess... I'm gonna guess Modest. Just because Modest would be amazing for it. Let me get my 2 Game Boys real fast. So that I can swap it over. I've always wanted to try Emerald Kaizo. What? I don't know. You can't name change the name of Pokemon that's not the original trainer. You can in Gen 9. And I think in Pokemon Home. I think in Gen 8 you can change the name as long as it wasn't nicknamed. And then Home and current Gen you can do it with any Pokemon, I think. I think they got rid of that restriction. What?
The blue blanket on the ground out there.
Blue blanket on the ground out there. Oh yeah.
Blanket.
I mean, I guess it's dirty, but don't throw it out.
Gosh.
Yes, save. What? What?
Why are these not taken out yet?
What? Yo, good luck, Waylord. Such a good shiny. It is an amazing shiny. Thank you. We are over 15,000 encounters for it, so hopefully it shines soon. What a crazy name. How are you, Jizzy? What? Yeah?
You don't want me constantly repeating things to you, so
I don't know why the thing's not taken out, okay? Just leave
you
it
also
there.
need to take out the trash can that's on the top of the bed.
Okay.
You need to put that stuff in the bag that's hanging. I'll do it.
Okay. Alright, we just transferred over the Abra to my English save file, so give me just a second. Games are saving and then we'll upload it. Oh man, that's so hype. What do y'all want to see me hunt next? Does this mean I should switch over to... Damn, you're almost double odds. That's crazy. I'm good just double hunting. Hunting Chimchar before bed and stumbled upon your stream. Oh, well, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy it here. Look, I have been having horrible luck this year. I just now got my first shiny of 2025. It's been rough. So what do y'all think I should do? Y'all want to see me set Mewtwo back up? Should I set up the Mewtwo raid and try and do that? Should I set up... Should I pull out the Sapphires and set up Spoink? I'm on my 5th shiny for this year. Damn, you're leaving me in the dust. Well, let's see if we can change that around. So we'll do the nature guesses real fast. So I say modest. Mint, you said naive. Abyssal says careful. Jizzy, you got any guess? Dan, what did you get? Oh, I got a shiny Game Corner Abra. We are actually about to show it off. Look at that thing, man. That's so good. I'm gonna guess Brave. Synchronize. I think that's the correct ability that I want too, right? What is that the only ability it can get? It can get Synchronize or Inner Focus. Oh, I probably would have wanted Inner Focus more. Synchronize is good for shiny hunting and Gen 4. But Inner Focus would be better for the Battle Tower. Alright, here we go. Nature. Clam Nature. Close. What is calm? Nature charts. Pokemon. Calm, calm, calm. Calm, clam, calm, calm. Plus special defense, minus attack. That ain't bad. That could be a lot worse, so I'm happy with that. Let's show it off in battle then. Meowth? Meowth's the name. Oops, I don't even have it at the front of my party. I'm an idiot. Look at that freaking pinkish purple armor, dude. That's so good. Can't escape. Does it just instantly knock me out? Yeah, because it's got a super effective move. Can't escape. I love that. That's so much fun. Let's go and revive it, and then we'll show it one more time, and then that'll be that. And then we'll figure out what we want to do next. That's a shiny I need. Nice. I specifically hunted it for one of the next hunts that I'm going to set up. Man, that's so nice. I'm so happy to finally have a new shiny. Like, when I say it was wearing me down, these hunts were wearing me down. And I think That is on my bingo card, so I actually think I can X that out now. Let's see. Pictures. Bingo card 2025. Is Abra on my bingo card? Oh no, of course it's not. Great. I love that. Who's the least hyped pseudo legendary? The least hyped pseudo legendary. Let's see, Gen 1 is Dragonite, Gen 2 is Tyranitar, Gen 3 is Metagross and Salamence, Gen 4 is Garchomp, Gen 5, what is Gen 5? Hydreigon. I don't know what Gen 6 is. Oh, isn't Gen 6 the Fighting Dragon one? Gen 7 is what? What is Gen 7? I don't know what Gen 7 is. Gen 8 is Dragapult. What is Gen 9? What is the pseudo legendary for Gen 9? It is Baxcalibur. I think Baxcalibur is probably the least hyped one. Not because I don't like it, I think Baxcalibur's awesome, but I think it's the least hyped because I think not a lot of people like ice types. I think ice is the worst typing, and so just purely based from a, what do you call it? A typing perspective, I think that one's probably the least hyped. Goodra is Gen 6. Snorlax. Alright, let's see what we do now. I'm almost done getting a luxury balls, so I can almost start Rayquaza Deoxys. We can try and do Spoink. We could switch to Magneton. We could set up a dual hunt for Mewtwo. Goodra might also be one of the least hyped. I would say it's probably between Goodra or Baxcalibur, because I never really hear anybody talk about Goodra. But I think a lot of people don't like Baxcalibur because of the ice typing. I think ever since Fairy came out, that Fighting Dragon guy's also fallen off pretty hard. But I think people used to like it a lot because of the Clangorous Scales moves and all that. Alright. What do y'all think? Spoink or Mewtwo? Well, Spoink is actually 2 hunts because I can hunt for Spoink and Machop, which I need both of those. Or I can hunt for Mewtwo. Kind of leaning towards Spoink and Machop because I feel like I get more luck in Hoenn. And jeez, this took so long. This has been painful. This has been really painful. Blitzel, Grookey gang. Go for a shiny Dhelmise. I don't think I have a game that has Dhelmise in it right now. What generation did Dhelmise come from? 6 or 7? Spoink and Machop. I like it. Let's go with that. We're getting a good amount of Wailords tonight. Where is my Sapphire games? Alright. Let's see. Man, this purple GameCube is popping off tonight on the Wailords. Eight and 6. Bertine. Full Restore. King's Rock. Hi, Tanya. Come here. Don't run away. You think Generation 7? Okay. Deposit, box 1, deposit, box 1, deposit, box 1. I was gonna repel trick it, but I have a white flute. I do not have a white flute. That is unfortunate. Mach bike. Deposit. One. 5. Do I have extra white flutes on this account? No. Do I have... I have a Volbeat. Let's see. Alright, so we gotta pull up the Pokemon calculator and check to make sure. Pokemon Sapphire, Jagged Pass, Repel Trick, 21, 22, 15% encounter rate. What else have we got? What about this Emerald game? Yeah, white flutes. 38 luxury balls. Do I have... I do have an acrobike. I'm hunting him in Gen 4 again after Chimchar. Nice, you got a shiny Squirtle? Yeah, I got a couple of shinies. Squirtle, Doduo, Geodude, all 3 legendary birds. Abra, Gyarados, Gardevoir, Metagross. I got 3 Numels, 3 Slugma, Grimer. This is all just in Gen 3, by the way. I feel like there's a couple others that I'm forgetting right now. Oh, Primeape, Wishcash, Torkoal, Spinda. The fact that this left game doesn't have... Alright, fly. Hi, Girly. Cheap viewers? Oh my gosh. How did you know I wanted cheap viewers? Jagged Pass, what is it? 117, I think. Volbeat, level 13, 14. Illumise, 1%. Those shiny sprites look so clean. I'm gonna craft a... Alright. There we go. So how this is gonna work, the right game is not going to use Repel. The left game is going to use Repel. This is gonna take a minute for me to get like synced up with what's going on. Let me turn the music back on. So you're gonna shiny hunt him again after Chimchar, huh? I need to finish my starters for Gen 4. I do need to get back into Gen 4 and do, I paused in the middle of doing Azelf, and I'm at 2,100 encounters right now for Azelf and 9,000 encounters for Giratina. I did get a shiny Shaman in Gen 4. Nice. nice, Odam. Yeah. Good luck on all of them. Thank you.
Hey, take your headset off.
So what are you gonna do when you get your Chimchar? Are you gonna do a solo? Are you gonna do a shiny only playthrough? Or you just hunting that Pokemon because you like it? Oh my gosh. Yeah? What?
Keep the headset off.
What do you want?
Oh, I just hurt myself and I'm ready.
You alright? How funny would it be if I found another shiny Spinda? Yeah. Well, thank you. What?
Trying to figure out things you maybe for an anniversary.
A helmet?
Huh?
A helmet?
Really?
What? What were we thinking?
Um, I'm trying to get one of every kind
Why?
because they're really good.
Okay, well just send me I guess send me a list of the ones that you don't have.
Easier to use that I do have
Okay.
because I only have 5 right now.
Gotcha. Never played Platinum before, so I want my first playthrough to be memorable. Ooh, that's nice. I love that. I gotta make my way out, streamer. I got school tomorrow. Alright, Mint. Well, thanks for hanging out, buddy. Thanks for bringing the shiny luck. If I'm lucky, I'll be on tomorrow. If I'm not lucky, I will not be, so we'll see how things work out. Yeah, either way, look forward to a shiny video soon on the channel. Yay! And here I was thinking my YouTube channel was about to die. If it's not already. So, do you do a lot of Pokemon hunting then, Jizzy? Now I'm hooked. Just started December. Wow. What did you start with? What was your first shiny that you hunted for? the Squirtle. First hunt was Charmander, but I gave up and went for Snorlax. Oh, oops. I'm on the Xbox. Fix that. The Squirtle, I went for Snorlax, and that ended up being my first ever shiny catch. Nice. Squirtle was my second, then I traded them up to Black 2 and regretted it. Yes, I get that feeling. So, my first full odds hunt ever was Gen 2 Chikorita in the virtual console. Or not Chikorita, sorry. Gen 2 Celebi on the virtual console. Got that after like 1,000 soft resets. And I was so excited, I transferred it up. I kind of regret that, because I wanted, after I started shiny hunting, then I was like, you know, I should ribbon master it and then transfer it up. And I was just so excited to put it into home. But I've just been doing more and more. Oh, I thought I switched. There we go. I hunted all the starters for Kanto, but I have not gotten Charmander yet. Charmander's the only one I have not found. I got Bulbasaur and Squirtle. I think Bulbasaur was roughly 12,000, and I think Squirtle was 9,000, I think. Both of them were over odds, so that kind of hurt. Charmander, I just haven't done yet. I'm actually in the middle of a shiny only playthrough in Gen 3 Leaf Green. I just got Charmander this April 18th at 8,000. Nice. So, have you got an idea for your team for Platinum? Are you going for specific targets, or are you, if you phase, are you just going to use those targets instead? Or are you just going for whatever shines first?
Oh, I found my glasses.
Good job.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I said good job. Did you hear me? Did you hear me?
Or
Hey, I need you to keep a headset off.
me?
Yeah, because I was just talking to you and you didn't hear me.
That's because I have really shitty hearing. Oh, that's crazy. That's so crazy.
Took you a minute.
What is
I don't even know what that is.
oh, never mind.
Okay. Chimchar, Rampardos, Darkrai, Giratina, Munchlax, and IDK for the last one. Any suggestions? There are a lot of good Gen 4 shinies. I am not seeing...
About to take my trash as well.
Okay. I don't see any water types on your team. Or grass. They're a good water type in Gen 4 though. I mean, I love Gyarados. It's my favorite Pokemon, so I would always recommend Gyarados. But it looks like you're trying to stick to Gen 4 for your team. Why not throw in Roserade? There's no grass and water types in Gen 4. Roserade is a good grass type. Good water types. I know they put a big emphasis on Weasel. I'm not a big... That's a girly Pokemon? Ah, you want something masculine. What about... I mean, Carnivine's not strong, but it's cool. It's also really difficult to shiny hunt. Unless you want to egg hunt it. Yeah, it's cool. You could also hunt the signature Pokemon of Gen 4, or one of the signature Pokemon in Gen 4, Spiritomb. I know you've already got a ghost type with Giratina. You could do Lucario. You don't have any fighting or steel representation on your team, so that would be a good addition. Okay.
I'm gonna put it on the
Lucario would be sick, actually. Yeah. That settles it. Nice.
Are you gonna go to the thing on Saturday?
I don't know. We'll see how I feel. I'll try to, but if I'm super tired, then no. These are some cool spot patterns for Spinda.
I just go to bed.
Welcome to the adult world.
Shut up.
Nom, 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 nom.
Not fun.
Kinda.
Can you grab my purse real quick?
Bring you your purse?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Lucario is a good choice. Good job.
Add to the thing.
No.
Want to add.
Nope.
Okay.
Why?
Making sure I'm about to start to load.
Did you get the sheets?
Huh?
Did you get the sheets?
No, not. They need to be done, so if you can strip the bed and start them before you go to your thing tomorrow, that'd be great. Very helpful.
Okay. $374 more steps. Holy moly. Yeah, I want shiny Rayquaza and a luxury ball too, so we'll have to shiny race for that. I am down. I'm always looking for friends to shiny hunt with. You're welcome to join my Discord if you want. It's kind of small though, so I hope if you do decide to join that you don't expect it to be huge. Like, there's only 5 of us in there. Oh, look at that spot pattern. That would have been so cool, shiny. I'm down to race you for Rayquaza. But here's the crazy thing. Here's where I'm making it insane. One, I'm not cheating in a single luxury ball. Every single one of these luxury balls that I have on my game are coming strictly from winning the master rank, what do you call it? The master rank contests. And 2, I'm only catching it in a luxury ball. I'm gonna have like 450 Pokeball luxury balls, and if it breaks out of all 450, I have to soft reset. I just need to set it up. Oh yeah, you got time. I'm not anywhere near setting up mine yet. I'm almost at 400 luxury balls right now. I'm at like 370-ish. Now that I got my Abra, I'm gonna go back to focusing on master contests. By the time it's next weekend, I should have the remaining luxury balls and I should be ready to start it. And then what I'm gonna do is the right game is gonna be hunting for Deoxys, and the left game is gonna be hunting for Rayquaza, and we're gonna see which ones shine first. Is that possible? Is what possible? Oh man, I love this. Won't it die from struggling before you can use all those balls? My strategy is I'm gonna start with Shedinja. I'm gonna run its PP all the way out so that it struggles the entire time. I'm going to then spawn in a sleep Pokemon, Breloom, and I'm gonna spam Spore. And if it gets low on HP, if it gets too low on HP, I should say, I swap in Alakazam and I trick leftovers onto Rayquaza, and then I continue to spam it with sleeping moves. You're crazy, bro. Just Master Ball it, don't reset it. No, because this is going to be special. This Rayquaza, I'm going to take to the Pokemon World Championships. Or at least I'm going to use it to win a Pokemon tournament.
Find it.
Find what?
Stupid Bobby
Didn't you give it to me?
Not the most recent. This is an old one.
Oh.
I'm finding freaking receipts from like October of last year. Can you believe that?
Yeah, you keep all your receipts. Master Ball is the last resort, though. It is the last resort. But not for me. I'm a crazy, crazy man.
Hey. Aw, man. Please start paying attention to the back of our HEB receipts.
Why?
There's a free $20 video game card or game card at Pinballs with the purchase of a $20. That's $40.
Huh.
You want to go back?
Not right now. I mean, we'll go back eventually, for sure. Does that expire anytime soon?
It's already expired, but that's what I'm saying. When you pay attention to our HEB, back them. Because
Alright.
they might have for Hobby Lobby.
Master Ball it, then just try again, so you have 2. Yeah, but here's the problem with that. if I Master Ball it after using all those luxury balls, and I heard, good job, and I saved the game, all those luxury balls are gone.
Oh, wait.
So you're trying to trade these shinies up? Yeah, my goal is, I mean, of course I can circumvent that by doing it, saving the save file on my computer and then downloading it on to the game after I do it, yada yada yada. But I've always been really sketched out by that, and I'm worried that if I do that, Pokemon Company will do some kind of update and believe that it's a fake Pokemon. So I just try not to mess with that at all. But yes, my goal is to have a full shiny living dex in Pokemon Home. So I want to, and I don't want to cheat the game because it would be very easy for me to just sit in Generation 8 or 9 and just Masuda method everything. I don't want to do that. I want to have fun on this hunt. I want to get as many Pokemon as I can from my favorite generation, which is Generation 3. And I want to try and get shinies from every different type of hunt, whether that be Pokemon Go, Masuda method, full odds hunting, Safari Zone, etc, etc. That's a life project for sure. Yeah, I'm making it a life project by doing this 1% Wailord hunt, that's for sure. We're about 11% of the way done with my Pokédex right now. And I mean, when it comes to those middle stage evolutions for just random Pokemon, like, for example, what is it? P-Dub's middle evolution? If I don't phase on that on different hunts, then I'm going to just hunt it in Gen 9. So it's not like I'm opposed to getting Pokemon in that one. It's just I want to do all my fun hunts in the old gens first, and then fill in the middle and base form evolutions of Pokemon I'm not super hyped for in new gens to make that faster. So I think like 30 to 50% of my Pokédex, maybe even more, will be sped up and completed in a very short period of time.
Hi.
10:51.
Can I help?
With what?
Trying to make it where I don't have to any earlier than I do tomorrow, so I'm not going up for
Once you get Wailord, you'll be able to flex so hard. That's a Grail shiny. Oh yes. And I would love to be the 5th person to find it, but I see there's another shiny hunter, Shepherd22, who's hunting, and with how bad my shiny luck has been lately for it, I'm kind of worried he's going to be the next one to find it, if he hasn't found it already. I actually haven't checked any shiny hunting content lately, because I've been so demoralized. My last shiny was in December, funny enough. Since your first one was in December, my last one was in December. And it was just killing me. Like I was 5x hunting Wailord for a while. I was and finally I was like, you know, I can't 5x hunt it anymore. It's just too painful. So now I'm just gonna do 3x hunting while doing other hunts. Yeah, it's always nice being the first on YouTube, Shiny. Yes. I actually do have 2 hunts in progress that currently, if I complete them, will be a first on YouTube.
Don't tell them.
I'm not gonna tell him what it is.
Okay.
Because clearly my luck is horrible and I probably won't get it for a couple years. This streamer I watched got a Foyt shiny the other week. Shiny Masquerain. Really? Where did he hunt Masquerain for? Because I know you can only get, I don't think you can get an evolved Masquerain in Gen 3. Was it Gen 5? Was it like a rippling water or something? I won't hunt it and post it on YouTube, I promise. That's funny. The 1% in platinum. Really? What is that, Poke Radar? Not quite sure. I'm still new to the shiny hunting scene. Yeah, I'm not very familiar with shiny hunting outside of Gen 3 or Gen 8 and 9. So I would say I'm also pretty new as well. What is your goal with shiny hunting, by the way? You just hunting a few of your favorites, or you plan to get a large array, or you only plan to hunt in specific generations, or you wanting to hopefully hunt in everything? And are you keeping them in the game that you find them in, or you have a master copy, or you plan to transfer them up to the newest generation? My plan is to fill a box. Okay. Of my favorite shinies, then I'll call it quits. Interesting. Yeah, I just want to be able to flex, be able to battle people with my shinies to flex. Same. I hunted my two favorite Pokemon, Gyarados in Gen 3. I did it in a Safari Ball, and I hunted Gardevoir Gen 3 as well. Got my Ralts from Gen 3. But it's never enough. Now I want more. That's awesome. Gen 3 has the best sparkles in my opinion. Yeah, I love Gen 3. I grew up on it. It's my favorite generation by far. I think Hoenn is just so standout in comparison to other generations. You want a complete in box? What, Emerald? That's probably like a $500 purchase these days. Yeah, I'm willing to pay for that. One thing I'm freaking out about is when they announce new Gen 3 remakes for the Switch or ports of the old games. I'm worried that they're gonna cut old gen transferring, and I want to finish all my hunts in old gen before they cut that off. And I think when they do cut that off, that's probably when all the inflation of the Gen 3 games is just gonna tank, price-wise at least. I got a couple of English copies. I got 2 English copies of Emerald. Nothing complete in box, to be honest. I got a Colosseum CIB before it skyrocketed to like $180 or whatever it is now. I got it at like 110, 115. Wish they did tank though. Yeah, it's only gonna go up, lol. You think so? That will never happen. Now, since prices are so expensive, if I ever buy any more GBA games, it's all just going to be Japanese for me, because I've got all the English copies I need. And Japanese copies are like a third of the price, if not less. Only things that might tank are the spin-off games. You talking like Ranger and Mystery Dungeon? Oh, Colosseum. Yeah, they got those ports coming to the Switch. I guess that'll be a good telltale if Colosseum and XD tank with this. And that's how you know. Speaking of Ranger, I would love to see a Ranger game coming out. Ranger and Mystery Dungeon. I want some more Mystery Dungeon games. Are you, so you had mentioned that you're interested in Rayquaza. I'm assuming that was serious. If you are interested in that, are you hunting Rayquaza in Gen 4 or Gen 3? I assume you can get it in Gen 4. Gen 4, yeah. you are serious? Sweet. By the way, here you go. Let me go ahead before I forget. There you go. Surely that is almost 400 steps. Surely I can craft a white flute now. How do you get Rayquaza in Gen 4? Heck yeah, welcome to the server. Uh-oh. Oh, what a nice picture, starting off strong. What?
Help me, like 5 minutes.
What? Why are you messing with your books if you're trying to go to bed?
This is part of me being able to go to bed. I've got to get these books put up. That's one of the things on my get done list.
Wow, man, that is so awesome. All 3 starters, Gyarados, Charizard, Snorlax. Perfect team. You have to beat the game, then pick a Kanto starter. Really? And then what does Rayquaza do? Does it roam? I never played that much of what do you call it? Okay, what book?
Starts with on. I don't know. Pinpal probably is the one on top. That's a smut book. Testing is young adult. Bring that.
Oh yeah, and you have to get Groudon and Kyogre to unlock them, so it's kind of a long setup. Ooh, there we go, Volbeat right there. Alright, let's see if this Volbeat is exactly what I need. Are you ready for the next stack? Diane.
Yeah. I need them all. I'm ready for all.
Alright. Oh, it's Illuminate. Nice. First try. Let me know when you're ready for your last. Got 2 Wailords on screen. One, 2.
What all do I have left?
Just that pile with the pen thing.
I'm not done in there.
As you can tell, I was never that experienced in not Destiny.
Oh shoot! I have a miss.
In Gen 4. I'll tell you an example of how dumb I was as a kid when I played Gen 4. I had no idea that Giratina could be found in Diamond and Pearl. I thought it was exclusive to Platinum. I did know about Heatran. I got Heatran. He's chilling in a tower. Really? I didn't know that either. Lol. Yeah, I never really knew many things at all about what do you call it? About Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, or Pokemon in general. Like as a kid, I knew about shinies because I knew about the red Gyarados from Gen 2 and Heart Gold, Soul Silver, but I didn't know much else, right? Like, I didn't know I could hunt other shiny Pokemon aside from the red Gyarados. I didn't even think about it, so that just never crossed my mind. To be honest, I didn't know I knew Generation 2 was a thing because I'd seen the anime, and Totodile was like one of my favorite Pokemon because of the way it acted, but I had no idea they made it into a video game. I thought they skipped Gen 2. What? Well, it's a good thing you make money to pay for that.
Oh, I already asked you if I can buy bookshelves and you said no.
Not now.
Why not right now?
Why are you trying to buy bookshelves right now?
Because I clearly need more shelf space. Do you see how many books I have?
Yeah.
I'm so proud of it.
I see that.
That's so many.
Alright, I'm gonna take a minute and I'm going to transfer some luxury balls from this right game to the left game.
Oh no.
So you're gonna just see a couple of white boxes for just a moment while I do that. $15, $16.
You're not seeing Randy tomorrow, right?
No, it's Andre.
Don't forget, I have this daughter.
Okay.
gosh, I gotta go to bed.
Tailglow. Tell her donate them to the library. Nah, she's very passionate about her books. She would freak out. She'd probably get mad at me if I even suggested that.
Suggest what?
Donating your books to the library.
Oh, hell no. I actually have about 5 or 6 books that, what's it called? Our community has this, like, book thing,
Yeah.
and I've thought about putting it out there. However, I've noticed to it. I guess I could technically donate them to the library. I'm not donating all 400 of my books to the library. That's just not happening. Why don't you tell them, if they're saying that, why don't you tell them why I have some?
I don't know, because you are passionate about reading.
No, well, yes, but I have a goal. What is my goal?
She wants to have a library of her own for her kids.
And how many books are required for you to have a library of your own?
I have no idea. I don't keep up with that.
1,000 books are required to have a library of your own. To be considered a library of your own. I'm over 400.
Little tweaker, Totodile. Yeah. Totodile was hilarious. I just remember seeing the Entei movie and thinking he was hilarious. JK. Yeah, I'm not gonna repeat that out loud. I've been doing a little bit of reading myself. I've been reading some self-help books lately. Been very beneficial. Generation 3, I didn't know about Shoal Cave. I had no idea about the Reggies, like the secrets of the Reggies. Didn't know about Waylord. $38 luxury balls. That's a little less than I thought I had. I thought I had like 50 something on this account. So if you see the Waylord game that just now found a Waylord with the blue border, that is my first Pokemon Ruby game, my first Generation 3 game. It's also my luckiest Gen 3 game. It found Torkoal, it's found Castform, it's found Groudon, it's found at least one of my starters, it found Ralts. In fact, I think it found 3 out of 4 phases for the Ralts hunt. I think it found like at least half the phases for my Torkoal hunt. Like, the majority of my shinies have come from that Ruby game. So it is my lucky Gen 3 game, I say. You want 100% the Pokédex? And that's crazy. Never get rid of that game. No, I'm not. I plan, once I'm done shiny hunting, I'm going to sell the majority of my games. I'm going to keep that Ruby, 1 Sapphire, 1 Emerald, basically 1 copy of each type of game. Sell the rest of them. All the duplicates. And then I also planned 100% a Pokédex. Not just for the completion, but also because in Emerald I can get the Johto starters. And I want to shiny hunt. If I have enough time, I want to shiny hunt either Chikorita or Totodile and use them for my first ever playthrough of Pokemon Legends Z to A.
Chill out. You're fine.
I also want to shiny hunt Cyndaquil and do a fresh playthrough of Legends Arceus with Cyndaquil. And I'm gonna Ribbon Master them. You can get them in Gen 3, only in Emeralds. You complete the Pokédex for Pokemon Emeralds, you beat the Elite Four, and you go back to Professor Birch's laboratory, and he pulls a Professor Oak. He's got 3 starters on the table. You can save in front of them and pick one. What's up, Jam? I see your message. How's it going? No way, how? Yeah, 100% the Pokédex. I think you have to beat the game first. You might only have to do the Pokédex, I'm not sure. But yeah, you need 100% the Pokédex. And that's not seen, that means you have to catch and trade them all to it. What? What? Why? What'd you do? I'll be right back. That's crazy? Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude, I hate that. What?
Come here.
Yeah. Yeah. What the heck? I'm aware. Imagine coming back to a shiny Wailord. That would be hilarious. Yeah, it would have. On one hand, I'd just be happy to have it. On the other hand, it'd be frustrating, like, oh my gosh, you kidding me? I've spent... Do you want to know how long I've been on this damn hunt for? I'm good, just completing my streamer friend project. That's nice, what is that? What are you doing for your streamer friend? 15,141 Wailords. 858.5 hours. If you want to, if that's easier for you. Joshua time, how's it going? I'm good, how are you? 858.5 hours. What is that? That's over a month. Well, it's animated overlay projects. Oh, that's cool. Do you watch any shiny hunting videos, Jizzy? Yeah, so how's it going? It's going much better now that I got a shiny today. You know? How are you doing today? I don't have a consistent streaming schedule right now. I got a lot of real life issues, so I just stream whenever I can. Anywhere between Sunday and Wednesday. Do I have any future plans for my stream? Not right now. Right now I'm just chilling and seeing what happens, and if one day it pops off, then heck yeah. And then if it never takes off, then no worries. Man, we are popping off tonight with the Waylords. We're getting a lot of Waylords. Why are you not using an overlay on your channel? It'll help you gain more audience. Because I'm not interested in buying one right now, and I'm kind of just casually doing things. I appreciate the offer though. If I do find that I am interested in doing something a little less casual, I'll hit you up on Twitch though. So thank you. Man, this soundtrack just pops off so hard. Good night.
Love you.
Love you too.
Love you.
Love you too. Look at that. Nice Abra. Love you. Good night. Do not do that.
What?
Slam the door closed. Leave it alone. It's being held open by the doorstop. I'm telling you, if I ever open up my own video game studio, if I ever become rich, I'm buying the Time Splitters IP. Hello, sorry to miss the ad, but I had a lot going on. No worries. I mean, the fact that you even managed to come is awesome. I'm sorry I haven't been streaming much lately, to be honest. But I'm happy you're here for any amount of time, so thank you. I hope everything's alright though. Hopefully it's not bad reasons, right? Well, we've decided to continue our spoink hunt. Because this is actually 2 targets that we need. We need Machop for our single player, or our shiny only playthrough of Leaf Green. And then Spoink is just a top 10 Pokemon for me. Good reasons. My family just got a new puppy? What? You gotta share some pictures. We gotta see the puppy. Congratulations. That's so awesome. A brand new puppy. I get a picture tomorrow. Puppy has gone to bed. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, no rush. But I can't wait. How are you feeling? Did you, so what did y'all do? Did y'all pick it up? Or sorry, did you all pick it out? Or is it like parents had it? What?
Did you feed her? She's feeding up.
No?
I'm sorry, baby girl. Bad mother.
And of course, I gotta ask, what kind of puppy? My mom was the one that handled everything. It's really her puppy. Ah, gotcha. Red Labradoodle. Her name is Scarlet? A Labradoodle. That's red? That's awesome. Very cute, yeah. Oh man. So that sounds like some very exciting news. How's everything else been with you? Hopefully you've been doing very well. Sorry I haven't been so active lately. I have been very disappointed with the shiny luck, and I've just been taking a break from shiny hunting, but I guess now we're back. Full steam ahead again. Just ball of energy though, couldn't stop jumping around. Aw. Tanya has been a ball of energy these last few days. She's waking us up, running all over the house, jumping on the bed, jumping off the bed. She's been hyper. We took her to Botanical Gardens today so she could walk around and get out. So we took her to the Botanical Gardens. She was very good. Of course, she had to sniff everything, and she's getting a little more comfortable with being around strangers. I'm good? Yeah, are you glad you're back too? Well, thank you. I'm glad to hear it. I'll probably work on the Avra video tomorrow, so it'll be out in a couple days. It's not gonna be out tomorrow. I'm just gonna spend the rest of the night shiny hunting. This repel trick is actually surprisingly very fast. Like, it's almost getting encounters as fast as no repel trick. Which makes me think maybe I should just double repel trick for this. Because without the repel trick, I believe it's 60% Numal. Let me see. $55 Numal, 25 Machop, and 20 for Spoink. But with the repel trick, it's an even 33.3 for all three. As for my hunts, I've been Masuda hunting with 4 Pokemon in Violet, 5 with Rotom before, and a Masuda hunt on my Alpha Sapphire on the side. Nice. Couple Masuda hunts, huh? What Masudas? Wow. It's not much of a difference at all. I really should. I think that's probably what I'll do after stream is I'll get both Volbeat to level 22. It's almost non-existent, the difference. I've been doing Totodile, Yellow Squawkabilly, Blue Flababy, and Rotel before. I just realized I miscounted. I'm doing now 3 now and 4 below. Okay. Guess who's back? Back again? Jizzy's back. Back again. Tell all your friends. And then an Alpha Sapphire, Pink Shellos. Ooh, don't tell me. Pink Shellos is East Shellos, right? I wonder if they ever plan to introduce a North and a South. You think it's West? Gotcha. Wrong again. 50% chance, and I was wrong. Welcome back, Jizzy. How you doing? Yeah, it's West. I just checked. Gotcha. Continuing the Chimchar hunt. Left off at 29:52. Are you? I forgot to ask. Are you single hunting or dual hunting or what? How many games have you got going? Are you trying to do, since it's for your shiny hunting team, are you only doing it on the single cartridge? Like all your entire team is going to be only on that cartridge? Double? Nice. I have a master cartridge. It's super minty. Is the master cartridge platinum as well? I feel like this music's not really hitting the tone. Right? It's Time Splitters, but it's the creepy levels of Time Splitters. Let's try some Jack and Daxter OST. Yeah, one is mint and the other is like a PSA 3. Yeah. One of my emeralds is in good condition, and then the other one is no label. But like, the most important thing to me is that it's legit. That's the thing that is most important. The rest I just deal with, and like it's not that big a deal. How long is each reset taking for you then? For a double? Is it like a minute? Minute and a half? Because I think there's a lot of dialogue you have to do. No, you don't have to save before the dialogue, right? So you could save in front of the chest, and in front of the briefcase. They do PSA grading for that. I'm pretty sure they do. At the very least, they do PSA grading for cased games. Like games with the cases that haven't been opened. So if that's the case, I assume they would do it for open cartridges as well. Now, I don't know if it's the same company. I would assume it's the same company that grades cards, but I don't know. I've never tried to get my games graded before. I think that's a little extreme. Yeah, you just save in front of the briefcase? Okay. By the way, if you're hanging out on Twitch, hit that follow button. It's a free and easy way to support the channel. If you enjoy shiny hunting and enjoy hanging out with me, I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you're on YouTube, if you don't mind, if you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and if you hit the like button on the video, both are excellent ways of helping out the channel. Both free, of course, and, well, I would greatly appreciate it. No pressure, though. Maybe you ain't vibing. It's okay. Maybe I'm not getting enough shinies. It happens. How crazy would it be if we can pull 2 in one night? If we pull the Spoink tonight, I'm losing my mind. Same, I'd grade it, then immediately crack it open, plus I want to play it. Yeah. Cards I could understand. But outside of cards, I don't really see why you'd want to grade it. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure people get all kinds of stupid things graded. Like, I think some people have graded like cereal boxes, like limited edition, just really weird things you wouldn't think would ever be worth something, and they grade all kinds of crazy things. It's absolutely insane that the repel trick is almost as fast as non-repel trick. I'm really doing myself a disservice by not doing a double repel trick right now. That's what I was gonna say. Cereal boxes. Well, I know I heard a story about somebody who did some crazy grading, and the only thing I could think of was cereal boxes. Because I know they sometimes do limited edition food items, and you're like, why? It's just to create that FOMO feeling. I do admit that people can be crazy. Weird stuff. Yeah, very weird sometimes. People do anything to make that money. The crazy thing is, surely people only do it because they saw somebody buy something like that at some point for a lot of money. Volbeat Shiny is very clean. all that red, turn it blue. And I'm talking like Waylord blue. Volbeat doesn't evolve. There's a second bug, kind of like a sister-brother relationship, called Illumise, but Illumise and Volbeat do not evolve. Just saw it. Yeah, both of them have really nice shinies. You know, I would be kind of mad if I do the repel trick and I get Numel. Should have been an evolution line. I agree. They go out of their way to make bug Pokemon bad. Which, speaking of, I am late, but I have some exciting news. I've officially begun learning code. That's the first step to getting my video game studio started. And I've been thinking about monster designs that I want for my first monster catching game. So I can't wait to share more details with y'all as we get closer and closer. My goal is to have the studio up and running, or at least like what do you call it, like basically essentially founded the studio by the end of the year. That's my goal. So I'm putting aside money now to make the purchases with the government so that I can actually start, so I can get the license to open up the studio, and then I'll buy that. Yeah, its color turns blue and it's really good. It's so weak though, and there are just too many bug flying types. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's like some niche strategy you can do, since I think it rolls with Prankster, and it's got some good Prankster moves along with, well, Illumise has the good Prankster moves. Volbeat is a lot more focused on stat buff, which you could probably pull out some niche thing with Tail Glow, and then you switch in Flamigo as its partner, and Flamigo gets +3 or something, but that's special attack, and Flamigo doesn't use special attack. Yeah, exactly. Tail Glow shenanigans is probably about the only thing you'd get with it. I mean, it's a Tailwind setter, but honestly, if I was using Tailwind, I'd rather take Illumise over Volbeat. There are just too many bug flying types. Yep. I feel like Masquerain could have been such an incredible bug type Pokemon. All it needed was to be water bug. The fact that they ruined its typing and changed it to bug flying, huge failure. Maybe they should do something like the Paradox Pokemon for it, like they did Delibird. That's a good idea. Honestly, I'm gonna be real for a second, and I know this isn't necessarily a popular take, but it's my personal opinion. I feel like evolution is a primary staple of Pokemon, and I feel like anytime they release a Pokemon that doesn't have an evolution, that is a disservice to that Pokemon. Tauros, Kangaskhan, Volbeat, Illumise, Scyther Gen 1, right? All these, Pinsir, Heracross. The fact that none of them got evolutions, not counting obviously mega evolutions, I just feel like they really hold back those Pokemon. I don't know if they would reuse a gimmick like that though. Well, who knows? I mean, with the champion thing that they got coming out, maybe that leaves room for them to expand and give the gimmicks to more Pokemon, right? Because I'm betting that with the new champion thing, you're going to be able to use any of the gimmicks from any game, whether it's only in certain time periods or limited amounts, like maybe you can only pick one gimmick to use on your team at a time or something. And if they do that, I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, hey, this year we got 2 new Paradox Pokemon or 2 new Megas have been discovered. I think the single stage Pokemon should only be gimmick Pokemon. What do you mean, like Shuckle and like Wobbuffet kind of thing? Even though Wobbuffet's not single stage. I feel like I would be okay with a pre-evolution only if the stats got buffed. Kangaskhan's cool, and I think having a pre-evolution would be sick for it, but I think it needs some stats to be justified. Giving it a baby evolution like Mr. Mime or Jinx or Clefairy, that just is a disappointment. I do not like baby Pokemon. They're lazy and would rather make a new set of Pokemon. To be fair, being realistic now, Jizzy, I'm sure it's a lot less work for them to create an evolution for a Pokemon than it is to create brand new Pokemon. Chingling is a waste of a Dex entry. Very true. Chimecho should have gotten an evolution. That would have been so sick. Play off the healer identity for it and made it like a super good healer Pokemon in doubles. Oh man. And then it could compete with Triage. What is that? Wreath Pokemon. I forget what it is with Triage. You could have Chimecho have an evolution that is also a good healer, so now you have 2 different healing type Pokemon. Comfey, that's what it's called. Smeargle or Ditto, gotcha. Yeah, I think those are acceptable. They are definitely gimmick Pokemon. All of them could have had, all the Pokemon I named could have had pre-evolutions. Yeah. Honestly, I would have loved to see like Heracross get an evolution. I know its fighting bug typing is really nice, and it's got the stats to make it compete. But there's just a part of me that says, how cool would it be? And it makes no sense, really, aside from aesthetic. But if they got an evolution that was rock and bug type, and then it gets like defenses out the wazoo, and it just becomes like a huge tank. So then you got Heracross that you can give the Eviolite, and it's got offensive fighting bug type capabilities. And then you've got Heracross's evolution, which is rock and bug, and it is the complete reverse of massive defense, good offense, and a different typing. Gulpin. Like Gulpin, these nuts. You know, funny joke, but real talk, I used Gulpin a lot on my old Gen 3 playthroughs. I think the majority of my teams were Sceptile, Gyarados, Swalot, Swellow. I want to say Claydol and Camerupt. Please, no more of that. Oh. No more of the cheesy these nuts jokes. This music's actually pretty good, huh? I don't know if y'all have ever played Jak and Daxter. This is an old game. I hope one day they decide to do remakes of them. How funny would it be if I finally get sick of solo hunting Waylord and I throw in a couple Sapphire copies and one of the Sapphire copies pulls the shiny Waylord? I have Jak and Daxter on PlayStation 2? Nice! I have been meaning to play through the trilogy, but I have so many games that I've been meaning to play through and I just fall behind on it. Fun to death. So I'm sure of a joke just now. Yeah. It's alright, we'll be respectful. Jak and Daxter is good. That's an old one. PlayStation 2, I remember the Shrek game on PlayStation 2. That was fun. I actually want to go play that again and beat that. I just wish PlayStation didn't have that stupid thing built in to where if I try and stream PlayStation 2, it'll like block my screen, so it'll black out the screen so you can't see it. That's so dumb. Didn't know that? Yeah, well, I don't know about PlayStation 2, but at least on the PlayStation 3, the PlayStation has like this built-in thing, so you can even experience it on the PlayStation 4 and 5. Well, I know for a fact PlayStation 5, I never had a PlayStation 4. But basically, Sony's like really big at preventing piracy, which in theory is a good thing. But really what it means is that they have a setting on the PlayStation to where if you try and stream your game like this through a capture card, instead of showing picture, it'll just black out the screen. So I have to, luckily on the PlayStation 5, there's a setting that I can use to turn it off. The problem is sometimes when I do certain things on the PlayStation 5, it requires that setting to be on, so I have to turn it back on, and then I try and stream my PlayStation, and then it'll black out the screen again, and then I have to... It's a huge, long ordeal process. But, yeah. So, long story short, PlayStation 3 also has that. But I don't know, I don't think it's a setting that I can just turn off in the settings. I think that was added in a later generation. There's gotta be a way to bypass it. Probably buy a camera and have it looking at the computer screen, like some dude going into the movie theaters. That's a bit overkill, yeah. Yeah. So that's the main reason why I haven't played like Jak and Daxter, because I was gonna play Jak and Daxter a long time ago on my PlayStation 3, but when I was setting it up, it was doing that black screen, and then I found out that you can buy Jak and Daxter on PlayStation 5, the digital store. So now, just when I have the free time and the free money, I'm gonna buy that. Oh, okay. Here's another old game. Gauntlet. Have y'all ever played Gauntlet before? Have you played The Suffering? It's a horror game for PlayStation 2. I'm not. Call me a pansy. I've never been a fan of horror. I usually stay away from it. I did dabble my toes in my first horror game last year, Calypso Protocol. It was alright. Honestly, it kind of threw me out of it. Because it was very intense and I'd get scared. But then anytime I enter into the combat, I would feel safe, and that intensity would go away because then I'm expecting stuff. But other than that, it was great. So maybe I'll dabble in some more horror games later on. Play that one and never finish it. I never finished Calypso Protocol either because of that. I kind of just put it down for a minute to try some other games. I can't remember what games. I've not played any PlayStation games until PlayStation 4, and I don't have that many. Nice. Yeah, as a kid, I used to have a PlayStation 1 and a PlayStation 2. PlayStation 1 was when I played Gauntlet. And then PlayStation 2, I didn't have it. It was actually at my granddad's house, so I played the PlayStation 2 when I went to my granddad's house. We played Jak and Daxter. No, that was PlayStation 3 that I played Jak and Daxter, I think. Or maybe it was PlayStation 2, I can't remember. I think it was 3 though. And I would play Shrek. I want to say it was Shrek 2 on the PlayStation 2. Good game. And then PlayStation 3, I played a lot of Call of Duty 4 on that. Jak and Daxter. Good times. And then I switched over to Xbox because I love multiplayer games, and I felt like multiplayer was not competitive enough for me on PlayStation. And I felt like it was a lot more competitive on Xbox. So I switched over to Xbox. Got hooked on Halo. Which my dad's house, I had an Xbox, and I wasn't allowed to play online at my dad's house, so I played a lot of Star Wars Battlefront, Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, and then Halo Reach came out, and I played that game daily for a good 2 years or something. Love Halo and Gears. I was a late bloomer to Gears of War. I didn't start playing until after Gears of War 3 came out. Fell in love with the series. Great series. Honestly, it's a shame that Microsoft's two studios are epically failing their two biggest IPs. I feel like 343 has just been doing so horrible with with Halo. It's really disappointing. And I forget what it's called. The Coalition not doing anything good with Gears of War. I'm very See, they do really well with the cutscenes and making the guns sound good and all that, but it's just they're not nailing the story and they're not nailing the gameplay. Although I will admit Gears 5 felt pretty good to me, so I don't understand why people complain about it. I did like the open world. I thought it was a good change of pace. I thought it was a very positive change for Gears of War, but it sounded like it wasn't very popular to people. So I disagree with most people on that topic. But it feels like these studios are a lot more invested in the visuals than making good games, and Halo has suffered tremendously for it. Shiny Numal has a nice line. Oh yeah, absolutely. I love the black camera ups. Would be sick if you got that one. Honestly, I'd rather not. Not because I don't love it. Numal's one of my top 10. The camera up at least is in my top 10 favorite Pokemon. But when I hunted Torkoal, I got 3 Numels and I got 3 Slugmas. So I've already completed both shiny lines. So I don't really want another one. Especially Camerupt, I agree. Could you imagine if they did the shiny Umbreon for Camerupt, instead of the yellow circles on the side, they kept the blue? And it also, in my mind, that kind of works too, since shiny Numel has the blue spout on the top. Oh man, that was sick. Yeah, duplicates ruin it a bit. Yeah. I won't complain too much about it. I mean, I would only be mad if I spend the time to put Repel Trick on both of these games, and then Numel's the first Pokemon that I get to shine. I'm hoping I get Machop shiny first, and then Spoink. That's what I'm hoping to see here. Or 2 Spoinks and a Machop. I will accept either of those combinations. Spoink shiny is cool too. I love it. It's a great shiny. And it's so simple, right? They just inverted the colors. But it works perfectly. And then Grumpig turns yellow for some reason. Yeah. I 100% think Spoink is a lot better. 1, Spoink is just adorable, and 2, its shiny is just so much better. But I don't dislike Grumpig. And luckily I have some extra luxury balls, so all 3 of these shinies are going to be caught in a luxury ball. In fact, if I get a shiny Numel, I'm going to catch it in a luxury ball, and then that'll be the one that will evolve into Camerupt. So I guess I won't complain too much if I get any shinies from this game. We're going to turn a negative into a positive, or a neutral into a huge positive, I should say. Spoink in design and shiny is better than Grumpig by a lot. Yeah. Alright. So, how many pig Pokemon are there? There's Tepig, there's Spoink, and there's Lechonk. Which line do y'all think is the best out of all 3? For me, it's Spoink number 1. And then I'll have to take Tepig as number 2, just because I love the blue flames of Emboar. I thought to Pig first, Spoink second, and Lechonk third. Not ain't bad. Is it why to Pig first? Is it because of the shiny colors, or you like typing, or what? Fire Pig looks interesting, I guess. I'm not a fan of Grumpig, so that brings down the line for me. Gotcha. This music popping. One second. Yeah? Alright. Alright, everybody, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Maybe a dark water type. Did the music stop? That's weird. What is another game that I like to listen to music to? I don't know. I can't think of anything right now. I think to pick first. Oh, yeah. They should make a Komodo dragon Pokemon. I think Topig's line gets overly hated. It wasn't an original typing, but still a good Pokemon. It just had bad timing. Yeah. It'd be funny if it gets an insane like fire dragon typing. But I feel like it's gonna get rock and fire in Z to A. I will admit too on the timing thing that does kind of suck for Topig, because it was Blaziken Gen 3, Infernape Gen 4, and then Topig Gen 5, all three the same exact typing. Found to hit 3K for Chimchar. Didn't think I was gonna get so many resets in tonight. The rest I brought really helps. Nice. I think for me, like, having people to hang out with is a big part of it for me. It's either I have people to talk to or I'm watching anime. I can't do this just chilling, you know? I'd like a new eel Pokemon. Huntail is too hard to get. I also feel like Huntail and Gorbis have been power crept too much and they're just not as good anymore. Dark water would be a great eel typing. That's very good. Does Electros count as an eel? Since it's an eel, it's just not in water. Or maybe Tynamo is in water. I don't think it's an eel, it looks like a lamprey. When you say lamprey, the first thing I think of is Shaltir Bloodfallen from Overlord. Which is funny you say that because she is a lamprey and she has that exact style of mouth. I don't know why they made it electric lamprey and called it an eel. No idea. You want to know why I wonder? Why they made Flygon and didn't make it evolve into a bug dragon? why they didn't make Gyarados Water Dragon. They could have just made it an actual eel. It has eel in the name. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that, even though I said it. Electros. Oh, I'm an idiot. I said the repel trick is the same thing. I don't even have the repel trick active. That was dumb of me. It's probably the dumbest thing I've done. I was just sitting there wondering why I was getting level 20s on the left game. I mean, it's still pretty close. It's almost perfectly in sync. Thanks for humoring your Electros rant. Calling it there, my guy. Good night and good luck. Thank you. Jizzy, it's been great chatting with you. Great to meet you. I'm glad you stopped by the stream and the Discord. I look forward to not only shiny hunting with you in the future, but eventually racing for Rayquaza and having plenty more great conversations with you. You have a wonderful night. And hopefully I'll see you next time. Yep, you will. I got your notifications on. Hell yeah. I love it. That's what I like to hear. I think we're gonna go to 1650 on we'll probably do 50 more encounters for Spoink and then we'll call it a night. Lonk is cool. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. So what animal do you want to be a Pokemon? Part of me wants to see more elephants. I want to see more elephants. I want to see Tasmanian Devil. Is there anything else that I want to see? And maybe a different frog, too, like a brightly colored, kind of like rainbow frog, you know? Like a poison water frog. Tasmanian Devil would be cool. What about you? What would you like to see? Get one free, yeah. Are you a bot? Are you sponsoring Kleenex? We do get a lot of those around here. They come here constantly advertising the best viewers or telling me about how they'll make some cheap banners for my stream. You already said eels. True. What about the glass frog? Is the glass frog the one to where you can either see the intestines or like when you touch it, it like shoots its intestines out of its body? The translucent one, yeah. Ah, okay. Honestly, I don't know, like, outside of what I just said, I don't know. I want to see more rainforest coverage, though. Rainforest, desert, like Egypt, and, Australia. Maybe another kangaroo. What if they added a new, like they added an Australian region, and it was a brand new kangaroo, like a variation of Kangaskhan that was more agile and faster and offensive? Need to be with, but this mundane and tedious job is pointless, is the only thing I can go for. Alright. Whatever pays the bills for your family, right? I'm not sure what frog shoots its intestines. Maybe it's not a frog, maybe it's a different animal. But I'm pretty sure there's something that, like, forcibly ejects its intestines or something like that. Kind of morbid. But its intestines, I'm pretty sure, can, like, go back inside of it. I thought that was sea cucumbers. Oh, maybe it is sea cucumbers. I'm clearly not nearly as good with you as you when it comes to knowing my animals. And that is not a dig, by the way, that is pure admiration. You're very knowledgeable. I'm not sure if any other animals do it. I don't know. I guess I must have been mixing up frogs and sea cucumbers then. You just like sea creatures? So what you're saying is that if Pokemon was real, you would be part of Team Aqua. There's some amazing things in the sea, that's for sure. And the mystery there is very amazing. But at the same time, it's also terrifying. I saw, recently I saw that movie based on a real story about the divers, the underwater diver, and the dude, like, based on a real story, I guess the guy was, like, drowning, he lost connections with the ship. Wasn't there an anglerfish going viral? I don't know anything about an anglerfish, I'm sorry. What happened with the anglerfish? I think it was a few months ago. Yeah, I have no idea. What happened with it? An anglerfish swam to the surface. Oh wait. I think I saw a single post. Didn't it like die and wash up on the ocean or something like that? And anglerfish is like the thing that has like the bowl from Finding Nemo. It was dying. Interesting. Because it's normally a deep sea fish, right? So it's surprising that it swam all the way up. What do you think that means? Do you think it has some kind of bad meaning to it? Or you think it was just pure coincidence? Or you think it is just how the fish chose to die? Oh, whoa, what happened here? That was weird. Oh, both my games froze, 1 second. What the hell? My monitor's starting to act all funky. Maybe the dying fish just started swimming in a random direction, and sometimes that is up. Okay, possibly. Not just with anglerfish, oarfish and giant squids do it too. You think there's something super special hiding under the ocean? Maybe a giant fish or something? Do you think there's any big discoveries that can be made in the ocean? Or do you think the rest of it's not really going to be too relevant? And on the topic of oceans, do you think there are fish or underwater animals that live on Neptune in its methane ocean? Or Titan, whatever planet it is, that is nothing but a methane ocean? Probably just some kind of ore, if I had to guess, just mining potential as far as big discoveries go. I think that all people would care about it if that's, oh, you think that's all people would care about was the ore? Yeah. I think that fossil fuels would definitely be the driving force. I also think that there's most likely going to be a discovery of how some deep sea ocean creature has some kind of mineral inside of it that is good for people, and that is going to fuel some drive to it. It's either new species or valuable resources. Yeah. Bones decompose over time, right? Unless they get, like, fossilized. Most deep sea creatures are not that big. You talking big enough to be a cool discovery, or big enough to have an impact on, like, having some kind of resource that humans would need? When I say that, I mean, like, and maybe this is like just an idea from somebody who's inexperienced. It might be just something totally different, but I'm talking like maybe we find a species that is made up of out of plasma or something, or has some unique ability with plasma, and we decide to study it and harvest them or something like that. I'm not saying that that's ethical or that's what I would want to happen, but that's generally what people do. I mean, the sad thing too is like the majority of humanity doesn't really seem to care about those exploration things these days. Like they kind of stalled out on a adventure into space, and they've also kind of stalled out on adventures into the ocean. It's now everybody's just so focused on gaining what they can here rather than exploring. I mean, you do have people who are still doing it, right? We still have researchers doing ocean stuff. You still have NASA and what is it, SpaceX doing space stuff. But what I'm saying is there's not as big of a push as there was. Like, people act like once we hit the moon, that was it, we're done. Nah. Yeah, there is no real excitement over this stuff anymore. I love watching YouTube videos about space. It's so interesting. Unfortunately, though, like, I've had people who just say that the YouTube videos I watch are just fake, but I just love it, you know? Space is so interesting and scary. Same for the ocean. It's more niche. I'm gonna guess you meant niche. Yeah, that. Gotcha. I don't know how it's spelled. Niche. No worries though. Not a biggie. It's not like really spelling isn't that big of a deal. It's one of those things where if you use your context clues you can generally find out what they're saying, and then if you understand what they're saying, it's piece of cake. I just wanted to make sure that it was niche and not nice. You know? So sorry if it sounded like I was calling you out on that. I apologize. I wasn't trying to call you out on it. I just wanted to make sure I understood correctly. Anytime. Not a word to spell often. Yeah. The word that I've always struggled with the most, I can never spell it. Wednesday. I've gotten so sick of trying to spell it, I just abbreviate it. W-E-D. That's it. I think now I've got it down like Wednesday. So I can spell it now, but for the longest time I could never spell Wednesday. And I would always just abbreviate it W-E-D. The D, the silent D, yeah, it's so annoying, yeah. Kind of crazy how we do that kind of thing, huh? Silent letters in our language. They're just some things that like just get you going, you know? Nerdy things. I love it. I love the things that you could get passionate about. One thing that I've always just found mind-boggling that I just love to think about, and I've talked to multiple people who are bilingual, and I've gotten both answers. But one thing that just always gets my gears going is, like, if you're not a native English speaker, let's say your first language was Spanish, right? And and you know English, so your first language was Spanish, but you learned English afterwards. and you're fluent in both, and I'm talking to you in in English, in your head, are you hearing what I'm saying in English and understanding it in English, or are you translating it into Spanish in your head and then understanding it that way and then repeating it out in English? And I've talked to a handful of people, and some people say, no, I just understand and keep it as the English in my head. And then I've talked to some people who are like, yeah, I do translate it in my head. And that is just such a fascinating thing to think about, you know? It's just mind-boggling. All that to say, I think English is probably a very difficult language because of the silent letters that we do, and the fact that you get words that are spelled the exact same but are used in different contexts, or words that are spelled similarly but sound the same but are used in different contexts. There. What is a word that's spelled the same way? I know there's at least one that I know of, but I can't think of it right now off the top of my head. I learned about the original way to say Neanderthal recently. It's Neanderthal, not Neanderthal. Tall, really? I had no idea. I've always pronounced it Neanderthal. Huh. How did you learn that out? Or how did you find that out? Wow. Grammar. Tal means valley in German and is pronounced like tall. What does Neander mean then? Never ending? Never ending valley? That'd be a cool name. Alright, we're gonna hit 1800s point encounters and call it a night. Because my monitor for some reason is messing up. I'm actually still in college and I'm taking a biological anthropology lab. That's a lot of big words. So, I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what anthropology means. Biological anthropology. What is that, like studying the evolution of species, or like their ancestral background? I feel like anthropology means like ancestral. Basically study of evolution of people. Holy moly! I was so close. Oh man, my third grade context clues are killing it tonight. So what are you planning to major in, if you don't mind me asking? Does it have to do with that biological anthropology? Wow, that cut off really fast. I bet if I switch over, it's gonna be like, oh, are you still there? What it means to be human is a big thing with the class. What do you think it means to be human? I'm a math major, but I want to do data analysis as a profession. Okay. That's a heavy question. That's a difficult question to answer. I just did more math classes already, so it's easier to go that route. Ah. Are you really good at math? Double numerals. To be human, you must think about and appreciate the useful and useless, as well as the real and the unreal. That's an interesting question. I'd love to continue this conversation with you sometime. It's a really tough question. I'd have to think about my own answer. I feel like right off the bat I would say something like freedoms, experiences, but I feel like that's too broad of an answer and I would want to be a little more detailed. I think, I mean, just to go based off what what I was saying, just so it's not just one word answers, I feel like being human is having the freedom to experience things, a wide variety of things as you choose, or a very limited amount of things too, right? Like if you look at humans in comparison to animals, we can travel much further than any other animal can. We have a much wider range of activities and experiences that we ourselves can achieve and do other than other animals. So with that in mind, our opportunities in life are a lot higher. And that's what I would say, probably, just off the top of my head. You know? And it doesn't stop there too, right? We have religion, have the awareness of things like animals aren't really worried about hiding their private parts or anything, whereas humans are aware of that and they hide those things and they keep them concealed unless you go to like nudist areas or whatever. We make things useful that had no use before. We come up with things and concepts that did not exist before. imagination then. Imagination and problem solving. Yeah. Not to dumb down any of your ideas. I'm not stupid, but I'm not super smart. And I usually like to simplify conversations. Again, not to be disrespectful to your ideas, simply just to make sure that I understand them at a base level, and I think it's just easier to communicate when conversations are. If you tell me something complex, I just recite it in a simplified form to make sure I understand where you're coming from. That's all. But I think we're about to call it here after these two encounters. Unless we get a shiny? No. Okay. Beautiful. By the way, Neander is a valley that some Neanderthals were found in. Wait a second. Oh my goodness, I was getting confused. Neanderthal is ancient humans, isn't it? I was sitting here thinking the whole time Neanderthals was a city, or I didn't think it was a country, but I thought it was like city somewhere. I was honestly thinking like north. I'm talking like Greenland or like Northern Europe. I was more so thinking like Greenland area. And I thought it was like a city or something in Greenland. But now that you say that, it makes me think that I've heard that Neanderthals are ancient humans. You thought of the Netherlands. Exactly. A totally different area too, because that's off of the coast of Australia, I think. You ever tell me directions to somewhere, or you tell me the name of the street, I'll tell you straight up, I'm geographically challenged. I do not know much when it comes to geography. I suck at it. Like, I couldn't tell you where Washington, D.C. is, for example. And I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm familiar with Texas. I can do some basic things. I can name a handful of states. Can name a handful of countries. Pretty sure I can name all the oceans. Maybe. Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, Arctic. I think there's 5 oceans, right? Am I missing one? Did I already say Pacific? Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, Arctic. And let's see, in between America and Japan, I think that's the Pacific Ocean. In between America and Europe, I think that's Atlantic. I'm guessing to the right of Africa is the Indian Ocean. South Pole is Arctic Ocean. I'm guessing North Pole is also an Arctic Ocean. That basically covers everything, I think. I think that's it. Some awesome conversations tonight. And we got a shiny. Abyssal, it's always awesome hanging out with you. I hope you have a wonderful night. I think you're right, but I'm so tired, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna stream tomorrow. I have to meet my stepdad and help him do some stuff. And then my friend and I are gonna go watch the new, not the new, but the Empire Strikes Back for Star Wars, since that's being the 20th anniversary in the theaters, so we're gonna go watch that. And then when I get home, if I'm not busy, I'll stream. But we'll see from there. So yeah, next weekend though is gonna be my 4-day weekend, so we'll get some shiny hunting in next weekend for sure. We'll probably do a video game playthrough next weekend as well. Yeah, Abyssal, good night to you as well. I hope you look forward to the Abra video. Alright everybody, have a wonderful night.